What's going on, party people? Lex we here. We're back at it. We got another one here for you guys. Eat your meal. If this is your first time, welcome. What I do here, I talk about spirituality, but most importantly, I talk about us. Because, and I've said it several times how, it's you cannot dissociate spirituality from us. You can't do it. Unfortunately, there's been this misconception or how it's been portrayed to us, to sort of like deceive us in so many ways. I mean, what else? I'm saying, because if we're talking about if we're talking about something that's not true, what's the purpose? What's the point of it? Do you see what I'm saying? So now, if you're coming back, you already know. You already know. I don't even have to say a word to you. So you already know what you're in for. It's going to be a good one. And yeah, so let's talk about it. Let's get right into it. So let me give you a little bit of background about what I'm about to talk about and why I came up to talk about it. Obviously, you guys are going to see the title now, so you already know I'm going to be talking about energy vampires. As a spiritual healer, to be honest with you, you shouldn't even worry about it, but because your main concern should be for you to be in alignment with yourself. Do you see what I'm saying? Because once you're in alignment, meaning that you are healed, you become whole. Now you are able to combine your physical and your spiritual side together. You are in harmony now. Nothing's going to happen to you. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, that's how you escape karma too, by the way. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, and that's how you get out of the cycle of time. But anyway, it's all connected. So, the reason why I'm saying that, but I also realize Spirit wanted me to talk about it because not everybody is in complete alignment yet. So as part of that process, you would have to understand who you are and who you are against. Not in a it's not really a fight because I don't look at it that way. Because if it's making you better, if it's helping you to be more in alignment with yourself, that's when you get to know who you are. But when you don't know who you are, that's where you're lost, right? It's sort of like this. You heard it all the time, right? If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. You see what I'm saying? And that's the point that I'm making here. Like, once you know who you are, there's no need for you to worry about, energy vampires. Do you see what I'm saying? However, as part of the process, or the experience, let's talk about it. But I just want to let you know, I'm giving you a little bit of Similac at the, I'm saying, at the moment. But we're gonna turn up, okay? Be careful. You know what I'm saying? I want you to, you know what I'm saying? We're doing an airplane thing, okay? I gotta feed you in tube first. I can't, I'm a classic man. What you want me to do? There's a certain way I do shit. So, let's get into it. So now with that being said, you understand, listen, the cure of the pain is in the pain. I already gave you the cure already. But anyway, I'm so ahead of myself. I need to slow down. Let me slow down. So, when we think about, you know, our conditioning as a kid, the fact that being ourself was never rewarded, but to be something else, we all learn we got to be something else automatically. There's no way around that. So now, with that being said, though, so that should tell you a little bit about, our conditioning and the reason why you need to be in alignment with yourself. But most importantly, the reason why you're also not in alignment with yourself, right? I would probably say more so of that, but it's also saying that too. listen, there's many, you got to look at it from many different angles. That's how you know you're in touch. You got to overstand, understand, shit, do all the stands, nigga. Shit, is there, I don't know, I'm bullshit. But anyway, now what that has to do with energy vampires, right? Because in the mix of that, which is as some of us are being conditioned, in that conditioning, there's a certain type of behavior that you have. You know, so therefore, since you're not energized yourself, you don't know who you are, you're not in alignment, you got to get your ecstasy somehow. You got to be alive somehow. You know, that's why, you know, people are fighting so hard to please other people so they could be validated, recognized. So that little bit of recognition, it's an ecstasy. It's a part of you. It's that prana. Well, I don't know if I should call it prana, but it's definitely part of the spirit in you. You know, that's asking you, yo, I want to be alive. It's asking you for that real shit. That's why when you are connected, listen, the ecstasy, listen, the reward is in it itself. But I'm getting ahead of myself. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know how to behave sometimes. So bear with me, right? So there's a certain, you know, that's when they start talking about different type of, your shadow, or maybe even, no, I'm not gonna say the ego. All right, let's bring it back, right? So in the mix of that, you know, by you looking for that validation, you know, but what you're truly looking for is that ecstasy that makes you alive, makes you feel appreciated, makes you feel connected to yourself. And they call it false self because you're not really in touch with yourself. You got to understand the process here. Oh, there's a whole lot going on. I'm saying? There's a whole lot going on. So technically, that's what you're seeking for, or your soul's seeking for that, and that's where your intuition, every now and then would step in like, yo, that's what I like. If you somehow have a passion, that's your soul telling you, yo, that's what I like. That's what we should do. But yet we learn how to repress that. It could be either in music, poetry, whatever the fuck it is, right? It's a part of your soul that's asking something. Like for me, you know, I was always interested, like from the very beginning. Like, in fact, my dad was into metaphysics. And that shit, like, I used to read that nigga book. We're talking about early ages too. It's like I wanted to know. That was my shit. My ecstasy. Do you see what I'm saying? But anyway, everybody has it, no matter what the fuck it is. As a spiritual healer, you know, that's how I got to, you know, be in alignment with myself. But anyway, this is where I'm going with this, right? So now, in the mix of that, you have people who now became very dark. Because now that they understand the way for them to survive, you know, it's some people get lost. When you talk about someone that has low self-esteem, it's someone who had mastered the information that was given to them, which is not for you not to be yourself. And they fell for it. And they became great at not being themselves. Now, in another way of saying that, you could call them demon. They don't want to see the light, meaning that they're not trying to be in alignment with who they are. And because they are so far away from who they are, now they're living in the darkness. They gotta get the light somehow, because you can't really replicate yourself, because that's who you are. You are the soul. So generally speaking, you got to be in touch with who you are. It's a must. That's why you look for it somewhere else. Either, I don't know, addiction, whatever the fuck it is, but you're looking for that ecstasy, truly, really, which is that part of your soul, that life. You know what I'm saying? That thing that makes you. I'm going in here now for a second. Come on now. So these people now became energy vampires because now they suck in other people's energy, preferably, or the light workers. They suck in the life out of them, but that only happens when you don't know who you are. And the life that they, they want to feel good. That's why, regardless of how fucking negative somebody is, they feel a certain way when they hear something positive. That's why they talk about it, even if they're not even doing it. That's what you call your fakers. The niggas that are faking, that's what they're doing. Yeah, we're talking some shit. Do you see what I'm saying? So then, as you're becoming in alignment with yourself, like those zombies now, they're going after you. Because they need life, they need blood. You see it in those zombies movies. That's what they're talking about. Giving you a whole different perspective on shit. Do you see what I'm saying? So now they prey on you. That's why as you're becoming in alignment with yourself, you're becoming lighter. You're not doing toxicity. You're not doing any of that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's when you choose to be happy. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't mean, or you choose to be optimistic, doesn't mean you're neglecting the bad shit, but now you have a different outlook on life. You understand everything that is negative could be positive. It's just a matter of perspective. Now you start looking at the world through fucking God's mind. That's why this is perfect. And perfect here doesn't mean like fucking flawless, but it means, everything is in harmony. It's whole. The yin and the yang, it represents perfection, wholeness. You know what I'm saying? That's why Jesus tells you to be perfect as God is perfect. And that's what that perfection is. Anyway, you got me preaching. Well, I guess I thought that's what I was already doing. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? I'm feeling myself for a second. Let me slow down. So now, we're talking about you have to be able to identify those people. Because now, they need that ecstasy and you have it. Oh, they coming for blood. Literally. Do you know who those people are? There's another word for them. They are called haters. That's why a hater always know when you're doing good. The more hate you get, they already see the light, even if when you don't see it. Come on now. I'm giving you more. How do you want it? But now they're looking for it. So in reality, they're not really trying to kill you like there's some animosity, even though there is, because they need that light. But it's not like, like they hate you. It's not personal. You trigger something into those haters because they're so far in the dark. They got comfortable with the dark. Now when they see the light, they react to it. That's why they're not going to go for the real shit. No. Which is who they are. But they're going to go after you because you're a replication of that. And that's what the fakers do. And that's what the word fakers is too. What the fuck? Yeah, well, they faking. Faking who they are. But this time I want you to look at it in my perspective. We're going all the way in. Oh, there's layers in here. I'm also trying to tell you how to identify them. Well, that's pretty much what the energy vampires are. They gotta hate on you. They're always gonna hate. And you as the light, you just gotta look good. You let them hate. The more they hate, that's what they tell you. You're making shit happen. But what I'm also telling you too, by saying it this way, that's how you forgive them too. You go beyond them. I'm trying to help you to claim your power as I claim mine, obviously. If we're going to talk, let's talk. And that's where the harmony comes in. So regardless of how much they may try to hurt you, you still love them. But you got to have the boundary though. Because they used to suck on you, get your light, your energy. And we're going to get into how the fuck they do that shit too. Oh, we're going in. I'm feeling good, motherfucker. Shit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the ancestors, you know what I'm saying? Y'all looking down. I'm good. Keep going. You know what I'm saying? I'm asking my guys, man, what's up, nigga? Keep going. How I'm looking? You know what I'm saying? Because I came here to do this job and I'm doing my thing. How I'm looking down here, man? They said keep going. I know you didn't hear it though, but they said keep going. So, yeah. Let me get my shit. Oh, we're going to get surgical. Oh, no, not you. Not yet. What's wrong with this guy? I'm saying not yet. Stay there. I gotta. So, my guides, I didn't know what they like. And they let me know, like, yo, that's what we want. I'm like, shit. So, that's why I'm drinking 2 different drinks here. You know what I'm saying? They love tequila. So I did that. But I also take a little something too. So they know, nigga, come on now. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to celebrate with these niggas. Then I'm going to get into the shit that I drink. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a vodka guy. Mm-hmm. But anyway. So now that, now you understand why the haters gotta hate. They gotta hate. You know what I'm saying? And when you really look at the hater though, that's why you gotta understand it from the lens that you gotta see it from the lens that I'm giving you. Well, you really don't have to, but it would be very helpful. Because now, as I'm talking about them, I'm showing you the compassion that I have for them. And I'm also showing you how much they ain't got shit on me. And I'm styling too, baby. You know what I'm saying? This is a total package I'm giving you guys here, man. I want some bullshit today. This shit must be kicking in. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So check this out, though. So now we understand, okay, I mean, the faker isn't necessarily somebody who's bad, but they are so far removed from who they are depending on how they landed on Earth too. Because you got to understand, like what you're calling the light workers or somebody like myself, I've done this before. You know what I'm saying? In fact, I volunteered to come down here. I'm like, what? This mission has to be done? Well, listen, I'm showing up. You feel me? But I knew how to land down here, meaning that's why a lot of light workers, people who are telling you about this, they had this interest in them. They were always fascinated by fucking wisdom. That shit was implanted or imprinted in me. It was in my DNA. So much so, listen, that's why everything's happening the way they're supposed to. But anyway, I'm on some bullshit. So we knew. Even for me to talk about the darkness or those haters, I had to go through and understand them. Meaning I had to live with them, study them. But as I'm, getting to know myself, because the process is, it takes you some time. Every light worker, hey, if I'm lying, I'm flying. It takes you a minute to really know who you are. You know what I'm saying? But all of that makes sense because the more it takes you to realize, the more you're learning. So when you come to that realization, shit, yeah, now boule, nigga. That's when you get to be like, yo, nigga, not boule. You hear me? It's lit over here. We are in vibration, in alignment. Talk your slang, man. Talk your shit, nigga. Talk your shit. There's a state of mind that comes with it. That's why any language or European language that's ever been given to a motherfucking African descent motherfucker, we always change the language. It's not because we can't learn the way they say it. Often, we are better than them. That's why you'll see a nigga like fucking Obama, very proper and all that shit, Michelle Obama and all that shit, but this nigga can also flip on some nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? You got best of both worlds, nigga. Your problem is, when you got stuck in that world, you don't know who you are. You know what I'm saying? That's why every nigga already know. You know what I'm saying? We are all professionals. We know what we gotta say when we gotta say it and how to say it. But when you see some nigga shit, nigga, you know. You could fight yourself all you want. You know what I'm saying? I had to reconcile with this nigga. Right? That's what we're doing? That's what we're doing. Don't cheat yourself. But treat yourself. You feel me? I'm feeling poetic today. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, I hope you could see the compassion, but most importantly, the harmony that I'm in as I'm talking about it, and there's no animosity towards them. And that's how you master, in so many words, you master whatever the task is. Or that's what being a master is all about. And I got my masters too, though. Shit. I've transcended all the fucking universe, I guess. But anyway, so now let's get back to it, right? But that was very important to understand. Because as a healer, too, I got to keep you on your toes. Because we don't have any type of... There's no hate in our bones at all. Do you see what I'm saying here? It's all love, baby. I'm styling right now. This is all love. So even when I'm spanking them, I'm still, why did you do that? I'm not trying to talk bad about you, but, I gotta, I gotta inform my other ones, man. Because you can't suck the life out of us like that. This is what you need to do. Go to the source. But they so far involved in the dark, they are afraid of the true light. So they gotta come to us. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. We got something for that ass. And in so many words, that's why the light always win over the dark. That's what this conversation is all about. Simplicity reveals the master, man. You got to become the word. If the word has not made flesh in you, it's okay. Get on it. Still love you though. Make sure you get on it, okay? You got to do that fast, of course. We're not here to play. You know, you got to be alive. What are you doing? So now they have mastered how to prey on us, on you. That's why those haters, they got to hate. You know, you got also have to learn how to feed off their energy. And that's when you become powerful. So it's kind of like they try to kill you, but you're truly the one killing them. Because they're not doing the right thing, which is to be in alignment with who they are. They are so much in the dark, they don't want to see the light. They don't want to see it. I get it, but hey, that's your choice too, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we came out, we look for it too. Right? We're not afraid. That's why for anybody to get better, you have to get your rites of passage. Meaning you have to go through certain shit. You got to earn your stripes. Yeah, you have to conquer your fears. That's what that means. Or healing your wounds, killing your demons, however you want to put it. They're all talking about the same shit. Angels against the good angels, bad angels. How dramatic are you trying to get? You can be all dramatic all you want. It's all good. It's all good. That's your choice. It's all good. We ain't judging on that side, but we're like, okay, all right. That's what you're doing? Out of everything else, you're just going to do that. Okay. It's all good. I'm going to watch you, though. That's pretty much what this whole thing is all about. That's how being in alignment with that source and love, operating from love. Like, it's like, shit. It's all love. So, you know what I'm saying? I got to spank you because I love you. It's not coming out of hate. Like, I didn't even want to do this. Like, yo, I didn't even want to do this. You want me to go out there and spank these motherfuckers so they could get what the fuck we're talking about? Now, hey, man, somebody got to do it. Like, come on, man. Hands up. Pull your pants down, motherfucker. But anyway. I got all that shit out of my system. So now let's get to the meat and potatoes now, right? Because it's going to come down to us creating boundaries. Because understand, like, the shit that you got to go through to heal yourself alone, like, it's a whole lot. Then now you got to deal with these motherfuckers too. I mean, they're also part of it too. So it's like you had to face the light for yourself. Now that you have become the light, and then, you can't come on now. Stop it. We ain't doing that. But some of the stuff that I'm going to be talking about here is some of the things that I notice about them. Because they all move us the same way. They all act based on one thing, which is fear. So once you understand that, then you should be able to recognize who they are. When you're talking to somebody, are they speaking to you out of fear, or are they speaking to you out of love? You got to be able to identify that. But don't worry, you will, because that's the process of you getting to know yourself. That's why you got to love yourself first for you to love somebody else. So you're going to know by you loving yourself. That's why part of your healing process, you have to fall in love with the person that you are. Another way of saying that, you have to accept who you are. Or you got to be who you are. How you want it? If you're not being who you are, there's no use for you. You feel me? How good are you? How useful are you? I don't know. But anyway, so let's dive into what some of those steps, not necessarily steps, but those traits. Because remember, it's all acting from one thing. But I got to get close to a lot of them. You know, truly understanding your haters. You see what I'm saying? Because, yeah, man, at any given point, at work, in school, family members, you know how that go. Those haters are going to be there. And we are all mixed together as we're trying to get to know who we are. They choose not to. We choose to. And there's a conflict. You see what I'm saying? And because of that, I mean, I guess in so many words, if you want to call it the war that's going on in Maya, I guess you could call it that. Or the angels versus, how do you call them? The bad angels? Okay, the good angels versus the bad angels, because they're all angels. They are all angels. I love it. You know? So now we got to step in and bring peace into this shit. We got to call, hey, man, throwing the white flag, man. Yo, stop it, guys. What are you guys doing? That's the yin and the yang. That's your ego and your spirit and your higher self. They got to come together. And that's why a lot of our ancestors been telling us in different ways, using different type of illustration. Well, these niggas are artists. They know how to paint the picture. That's why the hieroglyphics, that's an art, man. We're artists, man. You understand what I'm saying? Of course. Like, even for me, right? When I'm working, like, I'm currently working on 2 books. It takes me on a whole different, it's like, I feel like I'm a fucking director. I'm directing a fucking movie. But, you know, putting my thoughts together, making it make sense, building on, you know, several steps to make a point as I'm talking to you now. Oh, come on, man. That's some, come on, man. I'm a fucking artist. And life is the art. That's why the Tibetan monks, they use art in a lot of their shit, because they understand that. It's a beauty. It's the experience. Come on now. So, what they do, if you understand hurt people, or hurt people, hurt other people, the pain that they inflicted into themselves, that's the same pain that they're giving you. But now you got to understand what's stopping them from going to the light. And that's where you have your low self-esteem kids and all that shit. Because all of those haters are low self-esteem motherfuckers. Meaning they are far away from who they are. They're not connecting to who they are. Because a nigga that's not a hater, that's why you always congratulate other people. Oh yeah, you can do it. Of course I know you can do it, nigga. I'm glad you did it. I'm doing it. We all fucking do that shit. Let's all fucking do it. But your hater like, nah, you can't do it, dog. What? There you go. I'm just giving you the backstory of what's taking place on Earth. In other words, I'm telling you about the esoteric understanding of what you're looking at. Another way of also saying that is, I'm taking you into the darkness so I could give you the light. Meaning you got to go into what you don't see to understand what you're seeing. Y'all niggas got me on some bullshit. How I'm doing? They're all looking down, man. You know what I'm saying? Looking up. You know what I'm saying? They're all looking up. You know what I'm saying? That was, you know what I'm saying? I fumbled. But I stood right back up, though. They looking up. If you get it, you get it. So now that you understand what's making them, you know, the core or the gas that, you know, the way they operate. Do you see what I'm saying? Like that spark. What gives them that spark is they're trying to stay away from the light, which is fear. So they're gonna give you what they have. That's why they are very contagious, or not contagious. What's the word that I'm looking for? That's why they're telling you, yo, if you put one bad apple into a basket, it's gonna fuck up the rest of them. That's how effective they are. Yeah, I can't recall exactly how that shit. I hope you guys got it. You know what I'm saying? But technically, I think, but that I'm in my Haitian mind too. You know what I'm saying? Because we had this saying where we're saying like, if you put a bad apple in a fucking basket, in a good, you know what I'm saying? That's why you don't put a bad kids, you know what I'm saying, with other good kids, because eventually the bad kid's gonna. Do you see what I'm saying? All that shit happens. Listen, it means something. It's all energy. Nature's teaching you what you're looking at. Welcome to the fucking different dimensions and the experience. Some of you motherfuckers are having a nightmare, man. Nah, nigga, relax. Have a good ass experience, then now you good. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you fucking a bitch, like after you come. Do you see what I'm saying? You gotta come though. But if you don't come, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, like you still wanna, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm trying to tell you niggas. Having a good experience is to experience that ecstasy. Is to come. Once you come, nigga, you good. I graduated. I might come back, man. I already fucked that bitch. Real good. So it's the opposite, and that's the foundation of African spirituality, which is the opposite with the motherfucking, like, the Christianity or the European spirituality. Because they have a war going on. That's why they will never make it on that side. Because they're not light enough. If you worry about Earth, you have a battle between you and Earth, you're not light enough. That's why the opposite of love, ladies and gentlemen, is not hate. If you love somebody, you're going to hate them too. And if you hate somebody, you still love the motherfucker. The opposite of love is to be indifferent. You see what I'm saying? Like, when you get to a point where whatever the motherfucker do, like I am now. Right? I'm talking shit right now. That's how I'm feeling. You know what I mean? That's not for you. I'm not proper. That's how I'm feeling. And that's how I'm living my life. You know what I mean? So, nigga, I'm like a motherfucker. Shit, I'm going with the wind. Like, what? Nigga, you said what? Then you go, I'm like, what? What? I ain't taking nothing personal. I ain't buying nothing. You don't have anything for me to buy, nigga. Take them shit back. You know what? You don't even have to take it back. You do whatever you want. You want to stay here trying to convince me? Hey, the world is yours. Ranger. The power is yours, baby. What are we talking about? Who gives a fuck? Nigga, I'm light as motherfucker. Y'all got me bugging. Nigga, I'm light as a motherfucker. So to have your shit, like, I'm lighter than a motherfucking feather, nigga. But all of that comes with being in that middle point. Being a whole man. Being the perfect man. Having your heart lighter than a motherfucking feather. That's what the shit means. But if you're at war, nigga, like, hey. That's what love and hate is. It's just the same shit, but different degrees. You fighting. You know what I'm saying? And everybody knows that too. Like, nigga, like, if you are in a fucking relationship and you being jealous, that's why those bitches, niggas, I'm gonna say that for you niggas. Oh shit, we're gonna talk something. Well, I'm gonna just say that shit and then just fucking leave that shit alone. You see how bitches be telling you, yo, man, you can't fuck my ex, man? Like, bitch, are you over that nigga? Because when you over him, who gives a fuck? This nigga could be fucking dogs as far as you concerned. Oh shit, he's fucking humans? I don't know. That's how I'm looking at it. So for me, that's why, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit. Oh, he's going through something new. Like, he's no longer fucking human, now he's fucking animals. Wow. Now you have a few questions. How is it like fucking animals? I don't even want to know, but it's just crazy. Do you see what I'm saying? But if you're still saying your girlfriend, those are the codes, what code is that? And security. Because if she fucked him, like, now the pussy's equal. And you want that pussy to be up here, nigga. That's your pussy, right? Yo, you know what I'm saying? You got that high value pussy. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you didn't do anything wrong, baby girl. You just speaking out for your pussy. That's how you feel about your pussy. hmm And unfortunately, that's what makes it small. But you don't even know that. You know what I'm saying? Whoa, whoa. What's going on Friday night? Yeah, I'm gonna drop this shit before I go out, really. Bitches been tripping. Mm. Let's get back to it, guys. Okay, let's be serious here for a second, alright? Because I'm tripping too much. So, it's important for you to understand them. You know, because again, this is not a war. If you're fighting somebody, well, listen, if you have to, and everybody tells you that, right? You have to to fight your enemy, you have to become your enemy. Meaning you have to understand what he does. You got to study the game tapes, right? And that's what everybody does. Like the basketball team, you know, whatever, karate, boxing. You got to learn his skills. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay. Perfectly healthy. hmm So you might as well be his friend. Like, yo, man, come over here. Um, that's how you do this? That's how you do that? Oh, okay. All right, that's good, man. All right, I'm gonna see you tomorrow, though. So you could whoop his ass. So on all fucking levels, I'm just showing you the connection. And that's why in African spirituality, we talk about ma'at, which is harmony in this fucking experience. For you to have a good experience, that's how you get the fuck out of here. If you're having nightmares, you have not mastered, meaning your heart is going to be heavy. If you're having nightmares, you're frightening, nigga. Like, what the fuck? And I'm sleeping. Dreaming. It's like, oh shit, I didn't even hear you. You see what I'm saying? That's why a lot of us get stuck down here. That's why it's you doing that shit to yourself. And that's what the haters are doing to them motherfucking self. They don't want to face the light. You know, and that's the evolution. You know, they got to go through maybe multiple lives for them to get it together. But for me, shit, nigga, I was just swimming out here. What? Nigga, let's go. Let's have a good time. I told them, hey, my ancestors know everybody. I got everybody together. I'm going to do this thing. I want y'all to spot me, though. You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to need a little, you know what I'm saying? We're going to need some spots. Meaning your guides, that's what they're doing. They spotting you. Okay? Then you choose those motherfuckers because you trust them. And as I got to know my guides, man, god damn, these motherfuckers love me, bro. Like, but then I love them too, man. This one dude, I love this nigga, though. This is for you, and you know who you are, too. Right? Yo, this nigga always protects me. I'm saying, I'm just leave it there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You gotta have that royal blood. You hear me? And this is me also. I gotta shout them out. Let them know, hey, we here. I got y'all, but also thank you too. You see that mutual relationship? They got me, I got them. Listen, man, we're flowing together. We're in alignment. Come on, niggas. How do you want it? What are we doing? Gotta wake up, handsome. Yeah, come on now. You know what I'm saying? Get up, get out, and do something. You heard our cast. They told you that, man. You gotta get up, get out, and do something, baby. You know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to, discriminate, you know what I'm saying, by saying, we get high too. What you think we're doing here? But you gotta put the work in, baby. What are you doing? In other words, I'm telling you, you can have fun and do your spiritual work down here. So what they're trying to tell you about the whole repressing your desires is also killing you. You're not having an exotic, like you're fighting against yourself. You're in Fight Club, nigga. Yo, I heard so many spiritual masters that I respect too. I respect them. But it is what it is. Hey, man. But I had to go through them for me to become who I am now. So, you already know. But at the same time, we're also saying too, though, let's take this shit to a higher level. That is the point, right? So let's take it up to a, you know what I'm saying, to a higher level. Let's take it up a fucking notch. Let's do that. And that's what I came to do, baby. Oh, I'm a bad motherfucker. I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission. What are we doing? So now that you understand who they are and why they are the way that they are, not necessarily who they are yet, but I'm going to let you know. But now you understand, like, why they do what they do. You got to understand how the hater fucking operates. Because you don't want to become a hater by, you see what I'm saying? Like, because you got to, and that's why they're all powerful. Because you could become a hater by hating on the hater. But the hater's already a hater. Who are you going to hate on? Be careful out here. You gotta watch what you're putting in your mouth now. You gotta be careful. Right? And that's why you gotta treat them with love. Because that's who you are. How do you want it, niggas? I mean, I think I said that before. But I was saying it in that other way. Okay. Well, I guess I didn't do anything wrong. So y'all niggas are good. Y'all good. Y'all good. But get it together though. Right? So now we know what, their fuel or their core, their the fucking their core, you know what I'm saying? Like when you understand like what makes them move, like the energy that they go by, which is fear. You know what I'm saying? They're gods and they're demon at the same time. Because my God is also my demon too. But not like that though, but more on the put it together. Put it together. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. If you grasp it, well, God bless you. So they gotta give you what they have. What do they have? Let's get deeper into understanding now that they stayed away from the dark. So what's happening here? People with low self-esteem, how do they master who they are? Because they are masters, man. Trust me. Those are the people who observe you, understand how you act, and they try to be like you. That's why the haters, they try to act like you and they hating you at the same time. That's what haters are. Come on, people. I'm giving you the science. I'm giving you the science. The war, however you want to put it, depending on where you are on your journey. But that's what it all comes down to, though. Understand that. So, what do they have? When you're staying away from the light, you're feeling guilty. Guilt. Guilt. As a healer, I have to understand these things. Guilt. You see what I'm saying? Ooh. Hold up. I'm tripping. It's guilt, man. So now, when you talk about guilt, like, you're a victim. The more darkness that you are surrounded, it's you. That's what fear is. Oh my God. So it's guilt. Then we're going to talk about a couple of examples and shit like that. I got you. Don't worry. I'm going to spot you on that one. Yeah, holla you, baby. I got you. Don't worry. It's guilt. Right? Now, after you have the guilt, what do you think comes after that? So now you know it's you. You go like this. That's your shame. Now you're ashamed of you. That's why they stay in the dark. They mastered the dark. And I mastered the darkness too. But me being the light, like, they have not mastered the darkness though. They are in the dark, but they have not mastered it. That's why they can't go back to the light. They are afraid of the light. You see what I'm saying to you? So as a result, that's why... Oh shit, I don't know if I should go there. I want some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, when people think they're looking at me, I'm looking at them. They don't know I'm looking at them. But that's a whole different story, though. That's how you have to identify those energy vampires. That was another way of me saying, if you see the Batman movie, which is, by the way, the one with Christopher Nolan, god damn, all three of them. Love the work. I mean, I could tweak it a little bit, though. I could definitely tweak it. A whole bit, to be honest. But there were some key things that I really liked, though. But they still have that European perspective in it. I digress. But anyway. So it's important for you to understand how they're moving. But as you're doing this, that's also another way of me telling you you're doing your shadow work as well. Because everything that I'm talking about now is in the dark. I'm bringing it to light, but it's really darkness that I'm talking about here, though. That's why the true light worker, it works both sides. The true magician works in both ways. If you're one-sided, you're not whole. So you're missing something, bro. But if you're perfect, meaning the meaning of perfection, not flawless, but it all comes together. It's one. That's what perfection is. To be perfect as the universe is perfect. It's one, meaning everything come together. It's in harmony. And that's what your whole fucking African spirituality is based on. Ma'at. Niggas. How do you want it? So, we talked about guilt, shame, and then what else? I mean, I guess it could be so many different things, right? But the one thing, based on my experience, that I noticed, I mean, I could tell you a bunch of shit that I noticed. I know, I understand a hater. Like, that's why I don't hate on a hater. Because I understand them. It's like, yo, you hating on me? Yo, let me give you a beer, bro. Like, tell me more. What do you hate? Really hate him? You know what? Is it, when you see me, like, oh, on that side? But I'm really entertaining myself. And that's how you gotta deal with them. In other words, I'm telling the hater, hate me more. Now, you think you came here to feed off of me. Nigga, I'm burning your life. I'm burying you while you dead. You're not even alive. I'm burying you while you dead, nigga. And that is the victory of the light over the dark, or over the darkness. Simplicity reveals the master. The whole esoteric is talking about your life right here, right now. You got a bitch sucking your dick? Yeah, he's talking about that. Yeah, nigga. Having a human experience. We all spirit, man. You know what I mean? It's not a coincidence, nigga. So to me, the third one, or the most common one, I would have to say that I noticed, is remember, like, they feel neglected, abandonment. So every hater that you're gonna come across is gonna make you feel that way, or they're gonna try those three things, or so many other things too. Don't get it fucked up now. Like, they mastered, like, that fuck shit. Like, they know how to be toxic very good. Like, while you're trying to be your best as being, as getting your heart as light as a feather, they're doing their best not to go or not to look at the light. Meaning they are mastering what you're calling the trickery, the manipulation, and all that shit. Meanwhile, by you trying to open up to yourself, you're becoming the truth. That's why knowing the truth sets you free. So you always looking to open up your heart. Niggas, I'm giving you always looking to open up your heart. You being honest with the hater. Meanwhile, the hater's hating on you, and now you being honest. I'm trying to let you know you got to understand how to, you know what I'm saying? Don't make it a war. If you do, you haven't mastered it yet. But that could be why you're here. Because you're about to master that shit. As I mastered it myself. You can't hate a hater, dog. You become a hater by hating a hater. What are you doing? You gotta treat them with love. With kindness. Now he tried to use you for food. Now he became your food. And you elevating from your haters. That's why a lot of niggas are telling you, yo, man, the more haters I got, I know things are happening. And there's a lot of truth to that, though. A lot of truth to it. So we're talking about energy. However, they're not looking at it that way because they're not looking at it from an esoteric perspective or from spirituality, from the dark side of things. They're looking at it from what they understand from the light. But there's a connection too, so that's why we gotta honor these niggas. They're still the gods. That's why when you see niggas, you know, like the Wu-Tang, all them niggas, they may not be 100% in alignment with what I'm talking about, but they are in touch. Otherwise, they wouldn't be what the fuck they are. And these niggas from the fucking ghetto and shit. Come on, man. Even for white people to give you a deal, you got to be the deal. They're giving you a deal because you're already a big deal, baby. So now we're going to capitalize on you. You already know. You got to pay taxes. How do you want it? I mean, I had to, add a little more water to it because, that's the crowd that I'm talking to. But on some other bullshit, nigga. Like, any nigga that's like on his nigga shit, there's no way to be a spiritual nigga in the United States and not mentioning Haiti in none of your shit. We're talking about a nation that did what it did and how it did it and everything else. So in so many words, however you may elevate, there's just layers in this shit. So if we weren't talking about the real shit, then what are we talking about? I'm listening. Give it to me, baby. Give it to me, nigga. What we doing? It's all good. I know my customers. I know who my customers are. But the work is still being done, though. So that's how I understand my journey. Why I had to lend it over here, you know what I'm saying, as I'm doing this. Oh, we are in fucking alignment here. I am on a mission, baby. We are on a mission, man. So, if you can identify those three things in your haters, or people who are not on the same level as you, that would help you in creating your boundaries. In fact, those are your boundaries. Yeah, I'm right. I just took it too far. I went too far on that one, but it's making sense. If you catch it, you catch it. But what I'm saying is, by you understanding the way they are, you can protect yourself from who they are. You know what I'm saying? That's like the shit with the fucking, well, I'm not going to say his name so they don't take my shit down. But if you don't know how you're going to catch this shit, how do you protect yourself? How do you protect yourself? Can you imagine having a virus like where that shit could be in your butt? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? Then you'll probably have to become a whole condom to walk around this bitch. I'm just saying. Right? Oh man, I want some bullshit. And there's a lot more. Oh, fuck it. I don't give a fuck. I want to go there. Well, let's go there, man. Yo, I took a sit among the elders. And I always did that too as a kid. That's why I always wanted to listen to what like older people was talking about. It's not so much because I didn't mind my business. If you're looking to judge me, all right, I did mind my business, but I had other businesses that I was taking care of, which was myself. I was seeking for knowledge, and I was fascinated by it too. It's like I was so astonished, like when I hear, oh, my uncle would say some shit. I'm like, damn, bro, who's this nigga? Yo, and that's what led me now into reading books. What is this guy talking about? Do you see what I'm saying? And appreciating the art for what it is, the knowledge. You feel me? Oh, I love that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And then now you become that. And that's what they show you in those movies when the guy transcend. If you see fucking Riddick, what was it? The last one, whatever the fuck. Then he went up there, and then talking to that transcendence, that middle point. It's like, nigga, I'm on earth, I'm also in heaven, nigga. You pick. I'm everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I don't expect you to, but I'm just saying. That would help you to identify depending on where you are. But now, where you are on your journey. Now, once you're fully equipped or equipped, whatever the fuck, whatever the fuck I just said, right? That plus this, right? Because they all make sense. They all come together. Hey, I believe so. Then the next level for you would be not to even, for you to be fully healed, to be that one, the perfect one. Then the haters doesn't make a difference. That's why, oh my God. First of all, that's why, yo, think about this. Well, I'm gonna say it to you in some Haitian way, right? But you're gonna I hope you catch it. If you got 20 mangoes that are unripe, they're not ripe, you cannot eat them. Then you have one mango that's ripe. The 20 other ones that you have that is unripe means nothing. And that's what quality is over quantity. That's why a little bit of self-esteem takes you everywhere. If you got the faith, how did you say that shit? The faith as small as the mustard seed, whatever the fuck. Now, I don't remember how it said, and I don't know how to say it in fucking, the English way anyway. But if you know what I'm talking about right there, that's what he's talking about. That mustard seed is you, nigga. Your faith. Who you are. Knowing who you are. If you know, like, let's just say 10% of who you are, nigga, you doing something good. That's what the shit was talking about. But most importantly, let's get back to that mango shit. That shit is powerful if you understand it, though. And I had to depict it that way because I want you to see what I'm talking about. And guess what, too? Oh, I'm not even done with you niggas. That's why, like, yo, if I'm gonna talk about Haiti, man, I gotta be on that vibe. I gotta say that shit in Creole, dog. Because I've been on that. Mm. But anyway, but understand, once you take it off the tree, that's it. It's not going to go ripe anymore. But those who know what they got to do. We do something called shit. I don't even know the Creole word for that. But what they would do if you actually got the mango and it's not ripe yet, then you would have to cover it up, right? I mean, there's a certain way that they cover it. Like, yo, nigga, if you're Haitian, you're watching this shit, put me on that shit. You know, but I know what I'm talking about though. I just can't recall the details and all that shit. But to make a long story short, they have another way of, and that's what magic is all about too. Because think about it, that's why you like when the kid when you that's why you gotta hope like okay, if your mother you gave birth, the kid was used to you being inside of you. That's why you gotta hug him. You gotta keep doing the same thing that was happening as it was inside of you. So what they do is, in so many words, they replicated what was happening when that fruit was still, by covering it up, nurturing it, giving it water and shit like that. But that's what the tree was doing. So that's how these niggas know how to use the energy. That's what you do when you're talking about magic. You're talking back to the universe. You're becoming that's, now you're guiding, you're creating that reality. How do you want it? But anyway, you shouldn't worry about that part yet. Okay, get yourself together first. Because when you do, and that's what Neo was trying to tell. I mean, Morpheus was trying to tell. When you're ready, the magic. You don't even have to do magic. You mean I wouldn't have to dodge any bullets? Nah. Oh no, you don't even need magic. Once you're in alignment, you become one. Perfect, holy, you're fire. Then the game is over. You know what I'm saying? That's when you hang your jersey, dog. You did it. Congratulations. You had a great fucking experience down here. You know who you were. You know what I'm saying? And your heart, shit, nigga, I don't know. That shit's lighter than the motherfucking feathers. Fuck. I don't know what else that shit could be lighter from. And that's how you walking out of here, dog. You signing out, through death. It's all good. You understand what this is. You just came here to do your mission. Okay, I'm out, baby. That's why all the motherfuckers like Prince. Oh, I love this nigga, man. I love this nigga, man. Light skinned niggas, we stay together, nigga. We stick together. Yeah. Because I mean, I guess that's the African American joke down here. I fuck with all my niggas to be honest, but I don't know who's watching. I gotta relate to everybody. Feel me? I wouldn't be a god if I wasn't. But anyway. Yeah, man. So it's important for you to understand that because that's going to help you. That's going to help you to create those boundaries. And it will be done in a lovely way because you got to be careful. That's how good they are. They could hold you down. Even though you create that boundary, but if you're creating that boundary out of fucking hate, remember I told you you become a hater too. Meaning, well, I mean, your heart is not going to be as light as a feather at this point. Hello? But most importantly, it's like you have not mastered it. You stayed where they are. You've seen the light. You know what the light looks like. Then you just fell short, dog. Mm, I guess. But we're not here for this though. We're here for them other niggas. Because we're looking at the light. You hear me? That's what we're doing over here, man. That's why you got, oh, Jesus said it best. I can't recall, I don't know how to say it in fucking English, though, to be honest. But it's like, you gotta let the fucking dead, some shit. The dead walking, the dead, whatever the fuck this shit is. If you know it, comment that shit, nigga. You smart. You fucking intelligent and you know how to speak English. So you comment, you put that shit down. You hear me? And I will learn that shit. And then next time you hear me saying that shit, I'm going to say it the way you wrote that shit down. You better have all those fucking words put together, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Your grammar got to be good. Because now you got to make me look good. You feel me? And then we're going to talk about that. You hear me? So, but in French, though, I think it said, laissez les morts ensevelir les morts. You know what I'm saying? It's technically like, I don't know, I can't translate that. I would have to know how to say it over here because the translation is not going to sound too good, though. You know what I'm saying? But technically, you got to let the dead be with the dead. You trying to help them? They're not going to follow you, dude. That's not what they want to do. They're not you. That's why you got to let them go. Gotta let them go. And they comes in different form as you're going through your journey. It could be your mother, it could be your brother, it could be your sister. And that's what the journey is all about. As you start to recognize that you are spirit, and that's where you gotta transcend, that blood shit. But now you're becoming cosmic by understanding your mission is greater than just that blood shit. And that's part of you getting to know who you are. That's part of you getting to the realization of the person that you are and executing or doing your mission. Oh, I didn't come down here to play at all, as you can see. You motherfuckers are witnesses down here. I got witness, motherfucker. I'm shit, nigga. Show me what I did. Yeah, that was me. I want to let you know that. I already knew that, though. Now you got the footage, nigga. Shit. I'm all the way bad, nigga. Convict. That shit for a thug life, nigga. All my niggas. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm everywhere, nigga. How you want it? We are in fucking alignment. You gotta be. With the universe. Because it gives you that broader perspective. But anyway, so by you understanding how the haters move, it's going to help you too in your healing process because you're not fully healed. And that's why when the spirit came to me and like, yo, nigga, you got to do that. Now it kind of makes sense to me. I'm like, all right, because, I'll be a little hard-headed sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Then the spirit like, yo, this is why. That's what it is. But not truly hard-headed, but shit, nigga. If you want to talk to me, nigga. Like, what are we doing? You got to elevate me too. Right? Because what I'm teaching about, I'm learning about that. Well, I shouldn't say I'm learning. Yes, no, but anyway, it's like I'm teaching myself too. There you go. That's what I was looking for. What I'm teaching, I'm also teaching myself. Now, probably not on the same level as I'm giving it to you. Not, I don't know, man. Legis. This is the part where, hey, this is your spirit, dog. You know what I'm saying? That's the process. But I guess what I'm also learning from it too, though, is that I don't know if I'm truly learning. Like, see, that's where I guess the deeper understanding that I'm having about it is that not just the compassion side of it. I mean, I definitely understood that. Like, if you're gonna hate on a hater, you're a hater, dog. But more like, I don't want to say, like, I don't know, because there's just layers, right? Because one thing could mean something on this level and mean totally something else on that level. But we're still talking about the same thing. And you know what's crazy though? My dad was the nigga that taught me that shit, right? And this is how crazy I was. I remember we were talking about, the gravity law. And here I am, man. Like, I'm like, yo, man, like, doesn't make sense. There's a contradiction. He's like, yeah, but that doesn't mean they don't complement each other. Meaning, on this plane, on this level, the gravity rules, yeah. But he's saying, too, at the same time, airplane are flying. What happened to that gravity, though? And he was teaching me early on. He was making me, you know what I'm saying, giving me my medicine. Got to. That's why I came here. I wasn't playing around. You my ecstasy, motherfucker. So then that was also telling me, he was putting me on that polarity shit, that harmony. Yeah, on this level it happens. On that level it doesn't happen. This is not contradicting that. This is only saying that's where the reconciliation, the one, becomes. This is saying over here, this like the masculine and feminine. How else can I say it? I give, you receive. That's it. Negative, positive. That's all that shit is. And it's happening in so different layers. That's why a man is also, you have both sides of you. You have that creative side of you. You also have that nurturing side of you. Because for a man to be smart, you got to become, like you have to develop your femininity in you, your creativity, your understanding. You got to be on your feminine shit. Not, hey, I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? That's not what I'm talking about at all. I'm talking about connecting that other side of you, like that half side of you. As a male, that's what we do. That's why we look for a feminine. That's why bitches that are trying to act like niggas, they never have a man. It's not going to happen. Even in gay fucking relationships, there's always the bitch. You cannot get you cannot get rid of that gender. The masculine and the feminine, they go hand in hand. That's the holistic, that's the yin and the yang. So what the fuck else do I need to tell you? So, in fact, I'm glad I said that, because what I'm telling you really, it's not about sex. Because if two gay motherfuckers with the same sex fucking each other up, right? And then one gotta be the female and the other one gotta be a male? Come on, man. What the fuck is that? It's that's why in the Kybalion they tell you that. We're not talking about sex here. Hopefully, but, I know my customers. Oh, we a freaky nation, dog. Dicks and pussy, my God. Sex is such a big deal for us, man. But I talked about that already, and anyway. So, to make a short story even shorter, then you understand like those are principles that's happening, that's taking place in the universe. So not necessarily, that's why sex, and when I tell people sex, it's a union. That's what sex is. And I tell that story all the fucking time because as I was doing my shadow work, I realized, I was exposed to this culture, you know what I'm saying? So I became a freak. I mean, not freaky like, how freaky your motherfuckers are, but I'm saying freaky in my mentality. Because a lot of you motherfuckers are freaks, but you're thinking just because you're not, like physically, being a freak, that doesn't, you know what I'm saying? No, like when you're a freak in your mind. Now, how you choose to act it out is different. Depending on your level, but a freak's still a freak. Meaning, if everything that you're saying, like you see dick and pussy, like if I were to say sex to you, the very first thing you see is dick and pussy, and I'm talking about union between two different energies. Do you see what I'm saying? Like we're like on different pages, dog. And that's what makes you a freak. So for me, that's what I'm trying to say. That's why if you follow like the commercials that are being done here, Coke, the guys coming, like they're connecting to that side of you, that freaky side of you, that you're not aware of, but you're a freak. That's why, like in this culture, like rape is like crazy, man, because you're really freak. Do you see what I'm saying? In African culture, it's different. Bitches are walking around with their titties out. Nobody's looking at the titty like, yeah, I gotta fuck. Like, sex fucking addictions. So, out of fucking addict, that's why you don't talk about sex. You're a fucking addict. The culture is based on the fucking addicts. You don't talk about love. You don't talk about sex. You don't do none of that shit. You're fucking addicts. A dysfunctional culture. That's why selfishness is praised. Bullshit is praised. You guys are worshiping idols. Cars. Money. How big is your motherfucking house? This is who you are. Your time is money. Really? I don't think there's a time. I don't think there's a money that I could pay for my time, nigga. But yet again, I'm giving it out freely. If there's a price on it, it's not expensive. I know you're Gucci, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you Gucci. That's 5,000. That's a price on it. You came close. You fell short though. You know what I'm saying? And how the fuck how short you fall, nigga, you fall. You're not that. You're copycats. Energy vampire. That's what they do. You're haters. So are you gonna be of the light? In other words, of love or fear? And if you're gonna be of love, now you have to conquer your fears. You have to face them. Or you got to kill your dragon, kill your demon. How the fuck you... These esoteric niggas are saying it. It's all the same language. They talking about you, your physical life. That's why the motherfucking ancestors, all these niggas, they give them what you call your mythology. They make them human. Well, nigga, they talking to humans. Well, spirit... Listen, I mean, I didn't say anything wrong. Depending on where you at with it. And that's the beauty of this shit. But anyway, to wrap it up, as you're going through your journey, you're going to have to create some boundaries. And, I mean, it's going to come with the territory. Because now, that's why when you didn't know any better, the toxicity didn't mean anything to you. But as you start seeing things better, aligning with your heart, then you're going to start to notice how they're pulling your energy out. How much of your energy is being pulled out. That's part of that. That's the process. Y'all let these motherfuckers go. And they tell you that in so many different languages. Not just languages, but different ways. Telling you, hey, as you grow being born again, your mom and dad are no longer your mom and dad. You have a different mom and dad. Like, it's being said in so many different ways, but they're talking about the same exact bullshit. Or real shit. The words has to be made flesh. Now, when niggas talking about shit that works, this is shit that is. I'm giving you shit that is. If it ain't that, well, I mean, what are you doing? Oh, I gotta shout this nigga out. This nigga said this shit. Well, he didn't say it the way I'm about to say it. But he inspired me to say it. I'm going to say it the way I'm going to say it. Then I'm going to shout him out. Right? What the fuck? I was just saying too much. I was saying too much. No, but he said some shit. Now, the way I said it's like... Maybe I should say the way I said. Shit, nigga. I'm all over the place. Your spirituality, this is how I say it. Your spirituality have to define your regular life. If you have a type of spirituality that's not telling you about what you're experiencing, you're dreaming. You're not really having the experience. Because that's not what you're experiencing. So, I'm also telling you a spirituality without earth, while you're down here on earth, it's not a spirituality to you. Because you're here on earth. How do you make it make sense? That's why you have your guides, right? They can see shit you don't see. They're not experiencing what the fuck you're experiencing. So if you aiming for that life, that they're not in the body that you're going through, and this is the body, man, yeah. You a child, dog. You a child. Come get your medicine. It doesn't make sense. That's why if you motherfuckers are into that religious shit, talking about paradise, and if all your... It's like What the fuck, man? Are you having experiencing down? Are you having a fucking experience down here, or you're not? So if you're having an experience, like, what are we talking about? Then you're looking at another life somewhere else. It doesn't make sense, man. It should be about you mastering where you are. Because that's where you are. And that's what, like, sales people tell you. They sell you a dream. That's why the whole Christianity is the greatest story ever told. These niggas are good, man. Like, goddamn. Like, they sold you the boogeyman. Like, your niggas talking about paradise and hell, man. Like, how about the life you're having now? Doesn't make anything. So you living in this life, you fighting for something you don't even have. That's not yet. I don't know, man. It's just crazy to me. So you being sold on some hope shit. What is that? How that shit said? I think one bird in the hand is better than hoping for two birds. I mean, I don't recall exactly how it says, but this is what the fuck are we talking about? You see what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. I would rather know what I got here than somewhere I don't even know. Like I said when I use like I said in my other video, I was talking about, you guys got to check that one out too, the power of fucking acceptance. I said the shit is like, I didn't know I was gonna be born. I mean, we could talk about it in different layers, right? But I'm talking about in layman's terms, which mean the gross. I'm being gross right now. If I didn't know I was going to be born here, why the fuck would I worry? So therefore, that should tell me what I know is what I know. Do you see what I'm saying? What I know is what I know, because I didn't know I was going to be born here. Why the fuck would I worry about death? I got here, I didn't know how I got here. Then I'm worried about how I'm going to get out of here? Nah, nigga. Let me figure this shit out right here. That's what makes sense to me. Because that's what we're talking about. That's what the journey is about. So if you're not alive, that's why the whole thing is not about death. It's about, are you alive or are you down here? Do you understand what you're going through while you're down here? Because when you talk about death, those are portals. You're born, you get in. You got to get out. Death, you got to get out. Those are just portals. Well, what makes a difference is that in between. What are we talking about? And that's what the experience is. Just like when you go and play a game, it's, I don't know, it's like 30 minutes. I don't know. It's, you put 50 cents for maybe one game. Okay, so you paid for it. So as you get in, you got to get out. But if you have not mastered the game, you're going to keep playing. I mastered the game, nigga, I'm out. I'm looking for, is there another game? Is there a fucking upgrade? I'm waiting for the fucking upgrade. Doesn't matter, because my heart is as light as a feather. If I gotta come down, that's why the fucking elders keep coming down. They didn't come down because they're afraid of fucking earth. They came down because they know this is bullshit. I've done it before, I'll do it again, and I'll do it over and over again. If that's what it takes. I don't give a fuck. Obviously, I'm already down here. I'm not trapped. Well, if I am, I wouldn't be a master, would I? How do you want it? How the fuck do you want it? But anyway, keep an eye open, guys. As you're going through your journey, your haters are not totally against you. Now you understand how you got to approach them with compassion. Because that will take now by you doing that, you have the upper hand. Meaning you are over them. Now you are in a better position to control them. And that's how the light always went over the dark. How the fuck do you want it? You approach them with love, you understand them, but you cannot help them. They have to help themselves. Now you are protecting yourself by understanding they got to do it themselves. That's why to help somebody else, you got to help yourself first. Because now you're becoming like them if you have not mastered yourself. You have to master yourself first, so you could help other people to master themselves. That's why masters make other masters. Shout out to Brother Panic on that one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That was you right there, dog. That was all you right there. Masters make other masters. Or scholars make other scholars. That was all you, baby. But anyway, what are we talking about? Understanding the journey, making it relevant, experiencing the shit, and becoming, well, being the master of it. You're playing the game. So play the game. So now I got to help you to heal yourself so you could play the game correctly because you didn't understand what you were doing. You fucked up. You fucked all the fucking buttons up. I'm the maintenance guy. I got it. I'm a handyman. That's what the healer does. You know what I'm saying? We came around here to fix shit. I was told so and so didn't, Okay, so I'm here. That's what I came here to do. What are we doing? So heal yourself. Do not have any guilt. So first of all, oh man, this shit's crazy. Because the same shit that they use against you, like a vampire, right? They see blood. They were driven by blood. But understand, your blood, that's what keeps you alive. Is your life. Right? They suck the life out of you. So they could see the light. Or a replication of the light. That's why they come after you. They didn't go to the direct. You went to the source. That's not what they did. They coming after you. The zombies. Right? Because when they see the light that's coming from, if you watch the I Legend, all those movies, those guys, they know exactly what they're doing. The natural sun, when the sun that comes up, it's always at dark. That's when these motherfuckers comes out. Then they start looking for other replication of life. They're looking to survive. That's what they're telling you, like they're looking to survive. Their survival, they gotta suck your blood. So as a healer, I gotta understand that. And I gotta say that to you because, that would also empower you to be in alignment with yourself. Because I gave you so many tips on how to align yourself to yourself. Now this tip is now how to protect yourself once you align yourself with your true self. Because you're going to have to protect yourself. But once you're 100% though, you don't even have to worry about it. But not everybody's gonna be 100%. Hopefully, and I get it. I'm just doing my work, baby. But ultimately, you want to be 100%. You don't have to worry about none of that shit. Listen, I've been so in alignment with myself. It's not until later I figure out, like, people, like, be doing shit. But because I was in alignment with myself, I didn't see what they were doing. But guess what? I still came out on top of it because I am in alignment. I don't know how to break that shit down to you guys yet. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, that's like if people are hating on you. There you go. If people are hating on you, you keep doing what you're doing, even though you don't understand why they're hating on you. You keep going, you're going to get the results. That's what I did. I kept going. Now it just got to a point where I graduated. I kept going. I got it. Yeah, I know who I am. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm understanding. That's what graduating is. I'm getting better at this. Meaning I'm understanding them better. I'm protecting my light. But most importantly, I'm not even protecting my light anymore. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, peekaboo. I see you. You know that? It doesn't make a difference to me anymore. But you got to be in that alignment, though. Gotta be. That's why, you know what I'm saying, we have different talk depending on who we're talking to. And it doesn't contradict. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you're fucking in 10th grade, what you're going to learn maybe at a university, it's going to be a little bit different. You feel me? Not necessarily contradicting. If I wanted to use that gravity shit, airplane flies. So not everything that goes up comes down, nigga. Well, eventually, the airplane's going to have to come down, but not due to that gravity pull. It would be when the airplane is ready. But those laws, they do not contradict each other. They all work together. And in the Kabbalion, they tell you that's why you have to become the magician, understanding that it's all mental, because now you become the alchemist. Now you're able to transmute your life. You're creating your life. Now you're no longer a slave. Now you became a master. You have transmuted. That's what these motherfuckers are talking about, changing your energy. Now, being a wounded child or whoever the fuck to being healed. But for you to do that, you have to understand your environment and your emotional patterns. You cannot neglect those. That's why niggas who were telling you about magic and all that shit, like I mean, it's good. They're not doing anything wrong. But listen, man, you're skipping the whole thing. Come on, man. And what's gonna happen to you as you skip all of that? Listen, you can't skip. You can't cheat yourself. You have to come right back to it, and that's what I did. You went for that magical shit, that ecstasy first, to bring you right back to reality. To like, oh shit, like I was doing that already. That's why the hero journey, or the journey of the hero, it brings you right back to where you started. Niggas, what the fuck? That's some dumb shit. I'd rather start there though. But it doesn't matter though. It doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter. But I'm just trying to show you what this is. So the African spirituality is building you up. That's why you go right through rites of passage. You don't automatically earn something. You got to become the man. You got to earn your shit. You got to earn your stripes. You know, that's why those kids, or if you're watching like 300, you know what I'm saying, they go through initiation, rituals, rites of passage. You can't just become a man just because you alive, nigga. No. And these kids, if you watch those movies, right, they got to kill something. They got to face their fear. Then when they come back with that animal, whatever, skull or head, whatever the fuck, that's what this shit's telling you. You got to earn your stripes. You go through the fucking ritual. Now, in that European perspective, you think you're there. You're not earning anything. You don't take no accountability. You have wishful thinking. And now, that's the basic of that European mentality. That's why I fuck Earth. You know what I'm saying? Whereas the whole shit is this. That's why we talk about Ma'at, nigga. We here. Come on, niggas. How do you want it? I gotta do realignments. I gotta realign you niggas. It's all good. It's the Most High, nigga. That's how he wanted this shit. Ow. And that's how the shit keeps, it stays in balance. It humbles everybody. Because masters could learn from student and student is learning from masters. It's like that constant relationship. Ma'at. The balance. That middle point. But it's there for me to talk about. But anyway, with that being said, so recognize these motherfuckers. We're talking about what? Guilt. They're going to make you feel guilty. How can you do this? Then the shame. And when you're ashamed, guess what? You don't want to come out. You stay in it. That's why you're always lying. Manipulating. They can't tell you how they really feel. Put the shit together. They all act the same way. Those haters. That's why they will live with you, eat with you, and then fuck you up at the same time. Nigga, you better recognize. It ain't personal. It's all business with these motherfuckers. But us, light workers, or how the fuck you want to call it? Shit. I mean, I didn't even call it light work. I just did. Light workers. In the same way that we are willing to face the light workers, and bring in the light as well, right? So now, we can understand that. And I know I went through that. I had to learn how to accept. And this is how this is relating to what I was talking about yesterday. You gotta accept reality, man. Not everybody likes you. And just because somebody doesn't like you doesn't mean nothing. It means nothing. It just means that person don't like you. That's not what they're looking for. Like, think about it. And you hear that shit all the time, right? They say, you know, younger girls, they love thugs, right? As they get older, now they're looking for nice guys. What does that tell you? They don't even fucking know what they want. I mean, I'm not saying this. What I'm trying to say, what I'm truly saying, this is not no sexism shit. So I got to make that one thing clear. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no fucking Kevin Samuel niggas. But all I'm saying is, I mean, that's how the Spirit gave it to me. But fuck it. Where I'm going with this is this, right? It is what it is. What the fuck? I kind of lost point, man. I was on that shit too. So when we're talking about the alignment, when we're talking about not just the alignment in itself, but what they're doing as far as attacking you, and it's all business, and me looking at the world from a child perspective, meaning you can understand people do shit because of them. Has nothing to do with you. Do you see what I'm saying? Like that hater looking for the light and knows this is how he got to survive. He's gonna survive regardless. That's why they are heartless, because they gotta survive regardless. Nah, let me see. You saw that? I did that. That was me. No, but anyways, they got to, because they gotta have some form of light for you to survive. And they're not gonna go for the fucking. They're not gonna go to the source, so they're gonna look for the fucking artificial ones. If you're walking around, yeah, they're looking for you. But like you see in those movies, as the sun starts shining, they stay in the dark. They don't want to know who they are. So it's all business. So by you understanding that, you gotta kill them. You see, like those vampire movies, like you say those prayers, like you kill them, but you're doing the right thing. That's what you gotta do. But you gotta understand them though, and you gotta kill them with, what I'm saying, softly. Yeah, nigga, you thought you had me, huh? Okay. You gotta put them to sleep, baby. Rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? But again, this is layers. This is all coming together too. There's no really killing any type of energy. It's all one. That's why at the end of the game, the kings and the pawns goes back in the box, which is the universe. That's why the monks say namaste, man. They're not saying it because you in your God mode. No. They're saying it to humble themselves. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, when I know you're a spiritual being, I know that I'm a spiritual being, and I know you're a spiritual being. There's a certain way that I treat you. And there's a certain way it balances me out too, depending on where you are. That's why you don't treat something stupid. If you're intelligent, you got to treat a dumb shit intelligently. That's where the delicate comes in. Right? That's why if you of light, or if you're a lovable person, you got to treat haters with love. Because that's what you do. That's your weapon. The fuck? If you treat a hater with hate, nigga, you're a hater. We see you now. That's why this shit, like they say, it's not personal to them. It's not personal to you either. We're just on different side of the coin. You see your Neo and your Mr. Smith shit? And you see why you gotta be like this with them too. Meaning creating that boundaries. Not because they're gonna kill you or anything like that, but more so, as you are expending yourself. Because now you become aware of your connection with the universe. That's why the toxicity, you can no longer do it. That's why the OGs, no matter how hard-headed these motherfuckers used to be, right? Niggas like, yo, man, I ain't looking for trouble, dog. And they would stay as far away from trouble as you can imagine. That's a real OG. That's a real OG, man. Come on, man, how you want it? You got it in your gang shit. You want to be Crip, you want to be Blood. Check out Ice-T, nigga. This nigga was even saying how Tupac was wildin'. And that nigga was really the nigga that was wildin'. But he got to see things differently. You're like, yo, man, chill. Yonian, chill. How do you want it? You can undo what you already see, baby. When you're hooked in that love energy, you get to see things better or on a bigger scale. No, you're going to become light. You're not going to want toxicity. Because you got to keep in mind, the people that are involved in toxicity, they don't know that they're fucking toxic. I've seen toxic people calling other people toxic. That's even crazier too. And that also taught me one thing too. I used to say ignorance was the worst thing, but that's not the thing. I realized the worst thing is a motherfucker that think he knows, but he doesn't know shit. Because he doesn't know, like, think about it. If you're honest, you know you're stupid. I know for me. You know, if you know you're stupid, nigga, you're smart for knowing that you're stupid. Do you see what I'm saying? But the nigga that's really stupid is the nigga that think he knows, but he really doesn't know. And there's no part of him that's questioning, yo, you think maybe, you know what I'm saying, you gotta chill for a minute? You know what I'm saying? Like, you wanna think this over? You sure? Fuck it. I got this. That's more far more dangerous than fucking ignorance. I can understand that. I got upgraded because I used to say, like, you know, and which is it all come together. It let's just say I didn't say anything wrong, because there's levels to it, right? So we're talking about, I remember I used to say, like, because when I listen to, like, because the number one question has always been, what really stops somebody from being spiritual? It's not your intellect. It's not your ego, because you become conscious, you still have your ego. You become conscious, your intellect is even better. Show me a stupid master. I'll wait. Their intellect are crazy. So much so, you can even hear, like, the motherfucker would just explain some shit to you like, damn, this nigga's smart. Even if you don't get what the fuck this motherfucker's talking about. You're like, this nigga got something. That's his intellect. Yeah, that's how bad it is. So that's not it. That's not it. But the European perspective tend to let you know it's your ego that's stopping you. No. Your ego changes with you. The more consciousness that you are, the better your ego becomes. That's why, in so many words, the lion should sit with the lamb. You are both. Meaning you transcend it. You understand it. That's what the shit is. So when I hear motherfuckers saying, "Yo, what's stopping somebody from being spiritual? Your intellect, nigga." Nah, nigga. Yeah. Okay. Keep working. Keep working. No, that's not what it is. So at first, I used to think it's the fucking ignorance, which is in so many levels, which is that. And what I was saying by that is, let's just say the motherfucker that think he knows, which is truly what ignorance is. So, in so many words, it is ignorance, right? But where for me kind of make a difference too, because we're still talking about the same shit, kind of make a difference is, it's like the motherfucker is not totally ignorant, but he's aware of something, and what he is aware of, and that's what he's making the big deal out of. Doesn't question anything. That's like this motherfuckers. I've seen niggas that tells me about the Bible. That's the only book that they need. I'm like, how do you know? That's mind control. How do you know? First of all, you should become a scholar first. After reading so many different books, then now you can tell me, honestly, after reading a million books, now I know the Bible is definitely the one book that I need. If you're not coming from that perspective, nigga, like, you think you know. And you the wildest motherfucker. And that's why you cannot see the truth. So it's not so. I mean, it's still ignorance. That's why I was a little bit. It is still ignorance, but now I understand the level of that ignorance. It's not the ignorance that I was looking at before, like you didn't know any better, but it's now that you know, you think that you know, and you don't know shit, and that's what's fucking niggas up. There's no part of you that's even questioning yourself. Like I said, like this was a perfect example. How do you know this is the only book that you fucking need? You have not read not even 10 books. But you know that's the only book that you need? How? That's why they tell you, Bobby Hammett used to say that shit. He who reads one book have not read no books. Because you are confined, you have not opened up your mind. The purpose of reading several books, that's why they tell you, the one that read, well, Bobby Hammett said that shit. He who reads many books have read a book, because now you're expanding. You're seeing things in different perspective. That's why Christianity is under mind control. Because you're talking about shit you don't fucking know. But you take for face value. You know, you don't know anything about the history. And then now you backing the shit up. That is crazy, dog. We don't mind. Let's just say your God is the best God. But you got to tell me what makes it the best God, though. You would have to know there's other gods that fell short. You got to show me how they fell short. And why your God is the best God. But you got to know that first, though. Or not really first, if you want to talk about your God, but you should be able to explain about those other gods. Because yours is superior. See, when you have a broader perspective, it means you see the little things, you go beyond the little things. But you got to show me what the little things are, baby. Feed me. No, you under mind control. You're repeating. 1, 2, 1, 2, left, right, left, right. That's what you're doing. You got it, baby. I'm not against you. But the motherfucker in the mix of that are like, yo, man, what the fuck? Yeah, I'm talking to you. That's why I'm talking for the livings. Ooh. I'm talking for the livings. If you're dead, man, I'm sorry. I don't have that talk for you. In so many words, you will not resonate with what I'm saying if you're not already in certain spaces. It is what it is. You feel me? How do you want it? But anyway, with that being said, if you already know, let's just conclude the shit. You know what I'm saying? It's getting late. You know what I'm saying? Memorial Day weekend. Hello now. You know what I'm saying? Atlanta, Georgia. I'm coming out, baby. So, think about this, right? So you got to understand, they're trying to make you feel guilty because they felt guilty themselves. They are inflicting the same pain that they're going through. So just like you got to study the game tapes, you got to understand, for lack of better terms, your enemies, but they're not your enemies. You know what I'm saying? That's just because they didn't do the work that they had to do. You got the juice, nigga. It's only right. This is the jungle. Alright, and then we here to heal them, trying to help them to see the light, trying to go through your shadow self, which is what I'm doing with you. That's what we're doing. And then some of these motherfuckers, they take longer. They got to keep coming back. And guess what? Some masters got to keep coming, because we're still coming. I mean, you probably didn't get me, but, you know, at one point you had a motherfucking nigga called Tahuti that came down. You're looking at him, baby. It took me that long to come back. But, you know, it's necessary at a pivotal point to shift this whole thing. It's got to be done. It's got to be done. And that's what all the prophets been doing. They coming in, shifting certain shit, releasing certain energy, and other people are who've been built from it. So for me, I had to get the Haiti feel real quick. You know what I'm saying? Then we're gonna shift this shit as we did, and nothing new, baby. And nothing new. You just didn't know it though. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to make this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like to the masses, so they understand it. That's all. We're painting a different picture. And that's what you have as your light worker. You already know. I see. Blah. Alicia.